is where the fun begins.
Yeah, there was a lot of cool stuff in the episode, but my favorite part, and for people who haven't seen Rebels, they're probably like, "Oh, what is that?"
Yep.
But when we saw the Purgles, bro,
Oh,
that just like I was like, "No, like
yeah,
Dave
bro,
is
me
doing
too.
this."
I went
Yeah,
crazy. That was a
because
big tease
that's
for Thrawn and Ezra.
yeah, because that's so deep. Because that's tying in
It
Rebels,
is.
Thrawn, and Ezra. Like that's
Mm,
a big deal.
it is.
So
It
yeah,
was
man.
crazy.
Hopefully,
It was so
yeah.
nice.
Yeah, hopefully we see more of them or like closer up. If
Mm,
not in the Ahsoka show, we for sure are gonna see it because we'll probably
yeah,
see like them how Ezra and Thrawn ended up wherever they ended up with
yeah. Do
the
like
Purgles.
Rebels in live action. Yeah. Oh, it's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy. John and Dave do such a good job at just throwing those little things in there that make us go
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Like they should be
No,
leading Star Wars. They really should be.
they should, and I don't understand why they don't give them more or like
I
give them
know.
a trilogy, give them a
I
movie.
know.
Whatever movie they give them will break records like crazy. So
Well, today I was reading on Twitter. I don't know. Freddie Prince Jr. Was on an interview and he said that Dave directed the part in Rogue One when Vader comes on screen, the hallway scene. Freddie Prince Jr.
did
said
he?
he said Dave Filoni directed that scene. It's
No,
crazy. I
the best
know.
scene in the whole movie.
Yeah, exactly. Like
What?
Rogue One's a good movie. I find like
Yeah,
the first half of it boring, but the second half is it's so fun. The second half, there's so much
yeah.
happening. So if that's true, Dave directed that scene. He needs to be directing a movie. I don't know when. I don't. I hope Mando finishes like the Mandalorian verse finishes with a big like end game battle movie. That would be
That's what I'm
really nice.
thinking. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because there was an interview where they asked John if it would lead to a movie, and he was like, "It's possible, bro." From the whole beginning, in my mind, I'm like, all these shows are gonna end up to an end game movie in the theaters, and everyone's gonna be fighting Thrawn. It's gonna be something
Yeah.
like cinematic, crazy like that. But for the Dave thing you were just saying, it kind of makes sense because like
Mm,
there were so many Rebels Easter eggs in Rogue One. Like Chopper
yeah.
was in the
The ghost
background.
chop up. Yeah.
They paged Captain Syndulla to come to the hangar and stuff. So
Mm.
wow, I'm gonna look into that. That's freaking awesome, man.
Who
Would
do you
you
reckon is behind that door in Mando
say?
flashbacks?
I mean, there's so many possibilities. It would be dope if it was Anakin. It would be sick
Mm-hmm.
if it was Palpatine.
Mm.
I want it to be Maul because, like,
Yeah, because we don't know where he
Maul
goes.
after he left Ahsoka, he had the dark saber. He left.
Mm.
He could have went back to the Jedi Temple. He could have cut that door open. He could have took
Yeah.
Grogu just because he hates Palps and he knows
Yeah.
Palps wants him. But
Yeah.
realistically, they're not gonna do that, man. I just would
Yeah.
love it.
I
I
hope
think it.
it's Anakin and Palpatine coming through the door, and Anakin slices down the
Oh,
Jedi Masters in front of him. He's about to slice down Grogu, but Palpatine comes in and says, "No, Anakin, we need him," and Palpatine takes him. I hope that. It's
oh,
not. It's probably not. It's probably just like clone troopers or something. But hey,
yeah, that would be sick. But that's like, that's too good. But like, it's
yeah,
John and Dave. They might spoil us, but I think it might be like it'd be cool if it was like Quinlan Voss, since they name
mm,
dropped him in the Kenobi show. Like
yeah,
Quinlan's still around. Maybe he got him.
Ace
Um.
Windu.
I- Oh, that would break the internet.
It would.
That would break the.
It won't. It won't happen. But
Yeah, yeah, not for like a flashback cameo like that, because then we're gonna want to know where's he at, what's he doing, like where has he been this whole time? He's alive, so I don't know, but I'm just wondering if they're gonna show it in one episode or tease it over two, like show that scene, the door starts to open, and then they cut to the current time and not show it to us till later or something like that. I just hope that doesn't happen because I
yeah,
know I'll be too
because
hyped.
they put like that little clip in the trailer. So if they put that in the trailer, I think for sure it's going to be a long scene
Yeah,
segment.
you're right. Yeah, because that's like that's such a juicy gold moment. Like, why would you
Hmm.
waste that in a trailer if it wasn't like gonna be a big? Yeah, you're right.
I hope it's at
Oh,
least half an episode long.
I think we'll get a couple minutes. I don't know about half. That would be amazing.
Bro, I want to see Anakin chopping down the Jedi Masters, full
Yeah,
force,
that'd
and
be
then
so.
Grogu's there.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know. I guess we'll see, man. But yeah, it'll probably be a couple
Yeah,
episodes in. I think the one next week, since his title, The Minds of Mandalore, and everyone keeps saying there's a lot of Bo-Katan. I think we're gonna see the stuff in the trailer where he's exploring those tunnels and that weird creature jumps down and Grogu uses the Force.
yeah,
I think it's gonna be that, and then that one part where Bo-Katan was like to Grogu, "You didn't think your father was the only Mandalorian, did you?" I think that's gonna be in that episode next week.
yeah. Did you hear? Um, my mind's just going blank. Did you hear John Favreau said Grogu was training with Luke for 2 years?
Yes, but then I don't know if you saw the short that Josh put up where he kind of backtracked that in another interview because someone else interviewed him and he was saying that, hey, you broke the internet earlier today when you said that he's been with Luke for 2 years. He like totally backtracked and he was like, he kind of ended up saying that it's anywhere from 0 to 2 years. Let's just say
Oh,
that. Yeah. So
because like
watch
yeah,
because
two
2 years
years
is
is
a long
yeah, that's a
time
long time.
and like to for us to be robbed of that. So I think when he said it in that initial interview, I think it's been 2 years since the Mando finale,
Yeah,
and it got taken out of context. Because watch that
mm,
video, Josh. It's on his
yeah,
shorts on YouTube.
hmm
Like he changed it to saying 0 to 2 years, up to two
oh,
years. So
okay, yeah,
yeah, man. I know. Everyone was making videos about that, theories about
yeah,
that, like the 2 years, like what's going on. But like he kind of backtracked on that a little bit, which I would have felt better if it was 2 years because he came back way too quick. I
he
love the
did,
little guy, but he came back
yeah,
way too quick.
he did. I think so. And that finale of season 2 was sick as that was crazy. It broke the internet literally.
It did, bro.
And then having a few episodes. I think the Book of Boba Fett's underrated.
Yeah,
I think it's overhated. Definitely underrated. Yeah, the Luke Grogu Mando stuff shouldn't have been in Boba's show.
it
It
shouldn't.
was
Yeah,
fan service. They could have done it in Mando season 3, but I think because we hadn't had Mando for like 2 years, they wanted to give us something.